Have you ever woken up and felt like the air itself is heavy? And just the movement from the bed to the shower to the desk? It's like you're moving through a fog that no one else can see. You have this fire to create, to move, to build. And your spark flickers, but then goes out. All you can do is sit in the silence as it stretches. That's the weight of stillness. Sometimes, and despite what you think, it's not holding you back. It's holding you together. Lately, this is how my mornings have started. In that fog, alone, adrift. But I'm not burnt out, not depressed. I'm just caught somewhere between doing and being. I wake up with plans, with ideas, with goals, excited to get to work. Yet there's this strange, unnameable distance between me and the work, between me and the life I'm trying to live. And everything around me feels flat. I can't sit through a movie without fast forwarding. I pick up a book only to close it after a few paragraphs. And the early morning workouts that used to propel me to the page, they feel hollow, like I'm just going through the motions. There, but not there. And it's frustrating, because I know who I am when I'm locked in, focused, present, disciplined. But in this fog, I'm standing outside of it all, watching myself from the outside, and waiting to step back in and come alive again. Because I still have more to do, more books to write, more filming to create, more ways to build a creative life that honors who I am and who I'm trying to become. It's just hard to find a sustainable rhythm, one that doesn't burn me out or turn me into doubt's favorite target. Because doubt and burnout are not my friends. And that has been so clear as I've worked on my YouTube channel over the past few months. Maybe you can relate. You know growth takes time. And although it might be nice, you're not expecting overnight success or for a video to suddenly go viral, because you know those things are beyond your control. But with the work you wait for some sort of recognition, for just one person to hear you. And in that waiting, the silence, uncomfortable and tormenting, can get loud. And you break it by seeking out more advice, how to hit the algorithm, how to monetize early, how to make the system work for you. You spend all your time chasing other people's methods that you forget what your own voice sounds like. You end up consuming instead of creating, reacting instead of building. And just when you think the fog is about to lift, it's as thick as molasses again. I do it more often than I'd like to admit. Scrolling for answers that don't exist, hoping someone else can hand me a shortcut through my own uncertainty. But no one can do that work for you. The truth, no, not the truth, the reality, is that no formula guarantees meaning or success. What gives your work power isn't what you copy, it's what you commit to. And commitment isn't loud, it's quiet. It's showing up when no one's clapping, when the numbers don't move, when you start to wonder if you ever had it in you at all. In those prime time hours when you're doing your best work. What holds the fog in place? What takes up too much space in my head? It's the clutter. My desk that's in a constant state of chaos. My notes scattered between online files, notebooks, and paper stacked on the floor. My ever-growing to-do list. I don't know how it happens, but every time I start one project, I get pulled into another, then another. Everything feels open-ended. And when everything's open, it's not that nothing gets done, it's that it takes forever to finish something. That's the teeth-grinding, keep me up all night frustration. That's the weight that settles in my chest and makes it hard to breathe. It's that unnameable distance between you and the work that's holding you back from forwarding the river. from where you are to where you want to be. But maybe it's not the distance holding us back. Maybe it's the noise. Maybe we're trying to move too fast to hear what that stillness is trying to teach us. I'm so eager to see the results, to get to the end of the journey that lets me shout, "I've arrived," that I push and push and push. But it feels like life pushes back, asks, no, it demands that you stop trying to force movement. Sometimes you have to sit in the fog, to wade in the stillness so you can hear yourself think. That's when you stop searching for meaning and let the answers come to you. And let me tell you, that's not easy. Stillness is uncomfortable because it makes you face yourself. And for me, that's the scariest thing. There's no distraction, no validation, no dopamine hit. It's just you, your fear, your doubt, your longing. All your dreams and hopes dangling on a wing and a prayer. But if you can sit still, if you can just hang on, that's where transformation hides, in the moments we're most desperate to skip. It's funny though, how the fog can sometimes help you see things clearly. Because I've had to let go of things I used to think mattered. The endless comparisons, the people who don't share my values, the shallow connections that only exist through screens. I'm not interested in pretending to be okay just for the sake of appearances. I don't want to live a life that looks full but feels empty. I want depth, even if it takes longer to build. I want meaning that grows slow and steady, like roots beneath the surface. I want to feel alive. And the clarity that comes from feeling alive reminds you that it's never about the result, or the work getting noticed, or when your effort finally pays off. It's about having faith to keep going when nothing's moving, when it feels like the world has gone still. And when you wonder if it's even worth it to keep going, it's that faith that carries you forward in the silence of process, in the quiet moment when you decide to keep creating, even when you can't see where it's leading. The hardest thing for me is to accept that I can't control everything, even though I want to. I can't force momentum. I can't manage outcomes. But the one thing I can do, I can show up. I can sit at my desk and work, even when I don't feel inspired. I can go to the gym, even when I'm tired. I can keep refining, keep practicing, keep trusting that this slow work isn't wasted time. It's building something inside me that I might not be able to see yet. It's leading me to the life I want and deserve. And that's more than enough. Trying to move through the fog, I thought my goal was to get back on track, focus more, be more productive, slow down. But I was wrong. It wasn't until the fog started to lift that I understood that the track, just like life, was never straight to begin with. That's why growth is messy, even though you want it to be perfect and clean. It's why creativity is cyclical and bumpy, even though you want it to be straight and smooth. When you give yourself the grace to accept that, you're willing to burn, rebuild, and burn again. And somewhere in between all that fire and silence, you find yourself changing for the better. Stop looking at the world and start looking at yourself. Because if you're anything like me and feel absent to your own life, and it feels like nothing is clicking, don't panic. Don't rush to fix it. Let the stillness do its work. The answer will come. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it will come. Just be present enough to notice what's stirring beneath the surface. Because that fog, it will lift. It always does. And when it does, you'll see that that stillness wasn't holding you back. It was preparing you for your next beginning. Promise me. Better yet, promise yourself that you'll keep showing up, keep trusting the quiet work. Because the life you want, the life you know you deserve, it's counting on you.